Hi, I'm Dr. Tracee, America's burn surgeon. I help people on the worst days of their lives transition from an event that they wish they had never occurred to hope and survivorship. And I had the amazing pleasure as the director of a regional burn unit to use the master playbook and Holly Reid to serve my pediatric burn survivors. And you say, how does master playbook and pediatric burn survivors go together? Well, let me tell you. I run a burn camp, and it is the highlight of the year where we get an opportunity to bring about 60 pediatric burn survivors between 5 and 18 together for an entire week in the forest to have summer camp. It is an amazing experience. So, our theme this past year was how to help these kids as they transition through into adulthood. So, we brought in a bunch of skill sets, and I was like, kids don't know a lot about finances. I mean, heck, adults don't know much about finances. And so I reached out to Holly and I was like, hey, will my group work? And she was like, absolutely. So she put together a program for 3 different age groups. We have the elementary, like 5 to 7. We had our middle schoolers, like our 9 to 12. And then we had our teenagers that like 13 to 18. And we actually even had some of our junior counselors, so they extended into the 20s. And when I tell you, I didn't know how it was going to go. I mean, it's hard to compete with arts and crafts when you're talking money. And so I didn't know if the kids were going to be engaged or if it was going to act out. And every age group was highly engaged. They were answering questions. They played the games. And at the end of it, they were like, oh, I'm going to start a business because I'm going to make some money. That alone was the price of admission. When you see that you're now planting a seed into something that wasn't there, the potential is now endless. And then here's the bonus part. Holly was like, look, working with the kids is good, but I really also need to get the parent involvement. And she actually was like, look, after camp, I will hold a session for the parents and the kids. She sent them home with books, workbooks, flyers. I mean, it was truly way more than I expected, and it delivered 100%. Holly would be an amazing recommendation for corporate speaking, for speaking to youth groups, because of 2 things. One, we identify with. We are both short. And so I think that makes us less intimidating to children. So it keeps them engaged and interested because they don't know if you're one of them or if you're one of the grown-ups. So number one, like hands down, that will be the case. Number two, the energy that Holly brings to everything is like 1,000. And it's money can be very boring. As someone who grew up without a money background, my family didn't talk money, and I start to get tired anytime we're talking about it, except when I look at my bank account. And to think about how do you make that entertaining at a corporate or a group level, I don't have to worry about it with Holly because literally the energy is palpable and contagious. So from a corporate speaking standpoint, you would never go wrong booking Holly.